يقلب يسل وذوب والنو تفطر يقلب يسل وذوب والنو تفطر وجري الدمع يا عين من جفنك وجري الدمع يا عين من جفنك.
10,000 U.S. troops are massing near the Iraqi capital and preparing to carry out incursions into the city to try and quell fighting and civil disturbances. But so far, they have not even been able to keep order. The so-called U.S. peacemakers stood by as chaos and
والقمر تالي الليل دزيت ساعي والقمر تالي الليل دزيت ساعي يا نجمة شوف هواي نايم لو واعي يا نجمة شوف هواي نايم لو واعي.
You were seeing on television, you were seeing over and over and over, and it's the same picture of some person walking out of some building with a vase, and you see it 20 times, and you think, my goodness, were there that many vases? Is it possible that there were that many vases in the whole country?
Well, one thing I know from scholars from the United States, that they have warned the Pentagon about the museum. And they have even given them the coordinates of hundreds of archaeological sites in the south to avoid them when the American forces would be moving up from the south to Baghdad. And I was told by some of the scholars that went to the Pentagon, they told them, and they even gave them the coordinates of the museum in Baghdad. And they told them, if you go there, please protect the museum. You will find someone called Donny George. He is a very cooperative guy. He will help you to control and protect the museum. But nobody came. There was a tank very close to the museum. When the looting was about to start, there were hundreds of people outside the museum with toll bars and hammers and Kalashnikovs in their hands. The man in charge of the tank actually made a call, and then he turned to our guy and he said, "We're sorry, we don't have orders for that." And this is exactly what happened, and I'm sure of that because the same tank was one of the tanks that afterwards came and guarded the museum. The first days when I came back to the museum, we checked everything, and I came to a kind of theory that there were three kind of people that came into the museum. Group number one, or we call them groups. Group number one, those were the people who went into the administration area of the museum. And those were the people exactly like the other ones that went into the governmental buildings and just grabbed everything that can be sold. Poor people, maybe. Furniture, computers, telephones, even switches for the electricity. They took everything. Group number two were the ones who went into the galleries of the museum. But those ones had brought with them glass cutters, which I found, which I believe they were there with them to cut the showcases. They had good knowledge of archaeology and antiquities because it looks like they've been there when the museum was opened some time ago. This means when they passed by the gypsum replicas we had in the museum, they never touched them. They knew these were replicas. The third group would be the ones that went into the storerooms of the museum. They went through the first hole down there. They never touched anything. They went to the second hole in complete darkness and went to some boxes that the museum had stored the smallest and precious material there. Those were the cylinder seals and the jewelry. And just from the cylinder seals, they took over 5,000 cylinder seals. My youngest son was threatened with a letter from Al-Qaeda people by some stupid accusations. He was 17 then, and they said that he has been cursing Islam and he has been teasing Muslim girls, and he should write an apology letter, and the same day, with a fine of $1,000. Otherwise, the next day, the units either will kill him immediately or they will kidnap him and kill him by beheading him. The message was put in an envelope. With that, there was a bullet, and they have dropped it in the driveway of my parents in Dora. What I've seen in reality is completely different, and it's real, what I've seen. What I have seen, I don't want anyone to see it because it has been very, very hard.
يقلب يسل ذوب وانه تفطر واجري الدمع يا عين من جفنك حمار واجري الدمع يا عين من جفنك حمار نوحي 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 على العفوك يا روحي نوحي 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 على العفوك يا